Good morning, this is Steve O'Hare from Signal Centre and it's Wednesday the 7th of April 2021. Today I'm going to run through the technical analysis indicators and formations that we're looking at on the WTI crude oil and also the Brent crude oil. Now we're going to start with WTI and we're going to start with a weekly chart and we're going to drill down to the shorter term timeframes. Now the main downward trending resistance line has been rejected of late. We can see this goes all the way back to 2008 at the heady heights of $148.62 in WTI crude oil. In July 2013 and July 2014, this formed the trend line, and we stalled in front of this trend line in 2018. But more recently, we actually went through this trend line. So we broke this resistance line, but we've rejected it again. So we can see the this correction higher from the $10 level we saw back at the start of the pandemic has moved higher in an AB equals CD formation. And as we can see on the MACD, this is a moving average convergence divergence indicator. This takes two moving average lines and is really a trend following indicator, and we can see that this is crossing over as we speak. So let's go to the daily chart and have a look at the nearer term price action. We can see we're in a bullish trend channel higher, and we can see the previous highs have been tested, and if we drill down we can see they were rejected. A bearish dark cloud candle formed here, and we're forming what looks to be a formation very typical of a head and shoulders formation. The 4-hour chart will show this a bit more clearly. It's not a fantastic formation, but it's still, we're seeing price action play out in the same way it would do if we saw this as a normal break of a neckline. Well, first of all, we get the rally higher, we get the left shoulder being formed. Prices retrace from the left shoulder, then have another move higher, form the head, and then we see the declining advancements on the right shoulder. A break of the neckline should lead to a measured move lower, which normally equates to or is very close to the difference between the head and the neckline. So this comes in at just below $50. Now the real levels I'm watching are on here are the horizontal resistance, which comes in at 57.16, and I don't see anything in the way of support between there. If we do get a break there, I can see us getting to $53.90 or $54 very quickly. We can see the move up through resistance here. There'll be a sort of vacuum of price action, so we get a break of that $57. Buyers and longs should beware of that. Otherwise, obviously this head and shoulders formation isn't a head and shoulders formation until we get a break of that neckline. So be wary of that. We're still in, as we look at the daily chart, we're still in this bullish trend channel higher and looking to retest the 68 level. So long as we don't get that break. So moving over to Brent crude oil, let's have a look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart hasn't quite managed to get back up to this downward trending resistance. It fell short of it by about $7, and we're getting the similar sort of price action. The MACD turning over and crossing over on the longer term weekly chart. The daily chart, again, it's forming this head and shoulders formation. We'll look at the 4-hour chart in a minute. When we broke out this triangle all the way back when we were trading at $54.50, and we moved higher, got up to just above $71 before this normal correction. So we're still in a bullish trend channel again with the Brent crude. However, this price action of late is looking mildly negative. So the 4-hour chart again shows us this similar formation, the head and shoulders formation. Head and shoulder formations are one of my favorite. They're very reliable formations, but again, please remember we need to get a break of the neckline for this to be confirmed as a formation. So 60.19 is the line in the sand that I see on the technical side of things, a break below $60, and this could open up and move all the way back to around $54.50, $55. I hope that's helped. Thanks for joining me. Speak to you soon.